Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to spring in the UK. We're in an early spring in Cornwall. Mike and I are on the road bikes for the first time together in a very long time. I don't actually know the last time that we rode on the road together, with me on my road bike, you on a road bike.
It's a while ago, isn't it?
It is a while ago. The last time I rode a road bike was the first week of January. Since then I've been purely on my mountain bike or indoors on Zwift, working for Nicole, doing the Nicole rides and everything that entails. But because of that, it's been a really good opportunity for Meike to get indoors and get on Zwift and to do loads of training. So, as teased and promised a little while ago, here's an update from the sort of thing that she's been up to. We've both just been complaining about having heavy legs after last night's ride. We had 360 something of us doing some FTP style intervals. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling fresh this morning. Right, let's jump in to Training Peaks, have a look at the sort of thing that Meike has been up to, the hours she's done, the intensity, and we're going to go for a nice little ride.
So if we really quickly look at the month of February on Meike's Training Peaks, you can see that in the first week she did 7 hours, then 6, and then another 7.5 in the third week there. There's a good variation of all sorts of different things. Some intervals on the Wednesday evenings, a little bit of outdoor exercise, things like open water swimming, lots of walking, just quite generalised fitness really. Then as we move on into that final week of February, you'll see that she really ramped things up. And that's because she completed the Zwift Haute Route event. And that was absolutely savage. Over 9 hours on a turbo trainer over 3 days. It was a huge effort, finishing on the top of Alpe d'Huez, which is the Zwift world equivalent of Alpe d'Huez. And that was an absolutely monumental effort. And you'll see, looking at this graph now, that her fatigue went right down to -71, meaning that she would have been absolutely exhausted. However, her fitness boosted right up to 56, which is basically as high as it was at any point last year. So she's doing a properly good job, just with a couple of intense sessions each week and then a lot of endurance over the weekend. It just goes to show that if you really want to boost your fitness, you don't need to ride hard more than 2 times a week, really. Do 1 or 2 longer rides if you have the time available. Otherwise, supplement one of those longer rides for another hard session and you'll really notice a huge improvement in your fitness quite quickly. It doesn't necessarily have to be really structured. You don't have to follow a particular plan, but doing sporadic, intense rides with a few stricter intervals in there will make a huge difference. Right, let's get back to the road.
To the left. Whoa, road bike corners. Feels quite weird to be back on a road bike, not having those huge sticky tyres on the mountain bike. We've come out for a proper gentle ride because, like we said before, feeling pretty fatigued. It's my lunch break and it's like spring, so there was no excuse not to get out really. Well, you tell the camera. It is lovely. It's the first time it's warm enough not to wear like a neck buff and something over my ears, and it's just really nice. Right turn. Clear. So we've done a proper local little loop in my lunch break, and we're going to drop down the only nice descent of the day, which heads down towards Point. There's a nice quay on the water, nice place to go and do stuff in the summer. Enjoy the descent, we'll see you there. These are some of the nicest, quietest little lanes that I used to ride literally when I started cycling when I was 9, 10 years old. It's quite nice to do them now. I'll probably start doing them with my own kids soon. Right, nice little right and then left-hander here. They're not fast. We don't have loads of really good, exciting descents in Cornwall, so we have to make do. I'm enhancing the picture. No? No. I guess sit on the bench. Right, here we are. This is Point, and isn't this just unbelievably beautiful? It's probably 15 degrees in the sun right now, which is nice enough considering it's been quite a wet and cold winter so far. It is still winter, it's not spring yet, there's no need to get too excited. So when I was a kid, the little road that we've just come along, I used to try and ride along it at 18 miles an hour. It's probably the only flat road in the area, and it lasts for maybe 2 kilometers. So 18 miles an hour, 28.8 kilometers an hour. So you get a few minutes of trying to pedal quickly. Like, that was always a big thing as a child. You have gear restrictions as a youth rider, and because Cornwall's just up and then down, you don't really get a chance to pedal under power with a high cadence. So trying to find a flat road and ride up and down was the only way that we could do that, or ride rollers, which later became a thing. They didn't have them from day one, but it was good fun. So yeah, it's nice coming back to these roads, nice and easy, nice and predictable. You always know where you are, you always know how long it takes to get from A to B. And on a day like this, when there's literally no one around, understandable, obvious reasons, it's like paradise. Just like when I went to Chapel Porth in that other video, this is kind of the south coast equivalent of that on my doorstep. If anything, this is a little bit closer. But yeah, not for mountain bikes, this one, definitely for road bikes. But it's just absolutely amazing. There's a little pub around the corner on the right hand side. Well, you're not going to see it. We had our wedding reception there years ago, the Pandora Inn. It's got a little jetty on the water, nice place to kayak to, paddleboard to, that sort of thing. So hopefully, oops, dropped my glasses. Hopefully, when life goes back to normal, that's the sort of thing we can do. Like, don't do a huge amount of that, but if you're in Cornwall and you're on the water, it's the sort of thing you have to try and make the most of. What a view!
It's lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely.
But it's a bit windy.
It is windy, so I'm going to sit on your wheel and you can turn the battery on to full power, or the motor on to full power on the way home. We'll sit on now. There we go. Full boost. More. There we go. Is that? No, you got another one. There we go. I can follow you all the way home now, and we can try and do the 28 kilometers an hour that I was talking about earlier across the flat road.
So that is without resistance.
Yeah, that's above your assistance level.
Right?
Peekaboo, look. I want to stay here all day now. It's nice when when the sun is, or the weather's warmer than you expect, unseasonably warm for the first time in the year. It just feels that much more special, doesn't it? Like, the birds sound happy, it's warm. Come on, let's go.
Before I finish this video entirely, I would like to just share one thing with you. It's in the description down below, and it's a free way of helping support the St. Piran cycling team. Basically, you register for a scheme, which then helps donate money towards the cycling team. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's a little bit of administration to start with, but it will support the younger riders on the St. Piran cycling team. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you again within the next week for another Out and About on the Bikes style video.